actually being completely ready, which is
No.
a bit weird, but okay.
We have the Spanish team got the ball, and we are already in the
And
Slovakian
they're
basket.
going straight onto the Slovakian basket here. We'll see if Slovakia can hold against the Spanish team here. We know they have some quite good players here. Some of them really experienced, playing for 10 to 15 years already.
Yeah, I mean, actually, don't they play in the Austrian league with you guys? I mean, some
yes,
of the
some of them
Slovakian
play
team.
in the Austrian league with us, yes.
So we haven't seen them internationally, but they do have a league and they do have experience. Some of them probably more than others.
Some of them already appeared in the Champions Cup because some of them are club members of the Viennese club.
Okay.
So they are allowed to play on club tournaments or on the Champions Cup.
I think that is going to be a tie game. That's my prediction. I mean,
It
tie
would
meaning
be
that it's
great
going
to see a tight game between the two teams. I'm not sure if they can go for a tie. I mean, Spain is pushing quite strong here. But we'll see how long and if Slovakia can hold against it and if they can get into possession of the ball and move forward. Yeah, now free throw against White. Quite dangerous positioning here by the Slovakian defenders, not being quite up at the basket. Spain here moving very energetically. Oh, and a very good situation here for the Spanish players, and yet again another good situation. Okay, there was a foul called against Spain. Free throw for Slovakia here.
Yeah, we have also both team with a complete team. Funny, by the Czech we have 4 goalies, 4 defenders, and
6 attackers or 7 attackers.
More.
Yeah, 7 attackers here.
7 attackers. Yeah.
And on the other side we have 7 goalkeepers.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Now we have the Slovakian team at least on the half of the Spanish team, but the Spanish just recovered and they have a counter-attack. Camilo is one of those two. The number 12, Daniel Alonso. Now
there's
a one-on-one situation. Let's see if he can,
Peter Brzezinski here.
Oh, that was a great goal. That was very, very good. It's just the ball almost flowed. It was almost like slow motion. As a goalie, I hate those goals because you think like you could have done something,
right? Made good contact here on one side and just snuck the ball over in a circling motion. And if you don't see the ball in this moment, you feel a bit like a fool at the end of the day if you watch yourself and you see them just slinging the ball away underneath your peripheral vision.
Yes, I hate
having
it.
no chance of getting the ball there.
Let's see. Now we have Wi-Fi here. We got it. Now we have Wi-Fi.
Wow.
So now we can be more active with the chat. So let's see. We are in the middle field now. Spanish team has the ball, but has been blocked by 2 of the white team, and there they continue, have 3 on the water, and they are now one-on-one again. It looks like the Slovakian have a bit of the traditional way of the goalkeeper sitting in front of the basket, and it looks like they're not really playing with defender unless it comes probably closer. We like to see more attacks from the Spanish team and see. But those classic, that was also probably before you were born, where the goalkeeper would sit and do practically both things. I mean, defender and goalie.
The funny thing is, my father was already playing underwater rugby, so I've seen the sport from a very young age.
I can imagine.
And I know the classic way of playing, because we have some old players who are still ruling for the classic goalkeeper position to be better than the goalkeeper and defender position.
And I hate it. You come and you think you can pass them, and no. They're like an octopus. They have very good reflex, right? Yes. You think, oh, I'm going just to pass him, and here under the arm, and no, it's really it's a talent.
Those are usually very good defenders for penalties.
Yes. And
the thing is, they're used to the positioning and being alone in the basket.
Because nowadays we have this Swedish tactic well established, meaning a goalie and a defender. So the time you have to fight play against a team that doesn't do it like that, it feels like you can score easily.
Oh, yet again another one-on-one
like,
situation.
No? Look at that.
Trying the same move yet again.
Wow.
Oh, stay
that's a
underneath
pity.
there.
Just lost the ball, recovered, lost it. The basket is still empty. It just keep you. I have my pulse goes up because I see the basket is open. I'm like, man, sit on it.
Just no.
Yeah, but it's just in a different can, and then you have more forecheckers. When you don't play without defenders, you have more forecheckers. So it's a completely different dynamic of the game. For us being used to the other tactic, it looks like super dangerous, but actually that's not.
It might actually work out if the forecheckers are doing a good job.
Yes. Look, I mean, the Spanish kind of, I mean, of course, I think that the Slovakian team needs to tune a little bit, but they're doing a great job. Now they are 3 meters away. Now the Spaniards just recover the ball, is in a counter-attack. And
they always
but
have
the forechecker, well, now we
them.
have a defender,
Yeah, getting closer to the basket, but a little bit of a sneaky arm there by the Spanish player. But now very good scoring position here, but back. The goalkeeper being there just in time. But most interesting would be if the Slovakians can keep up the pace for the entirety of a game. Because quite often if you're not used to the speed, you can hold up the same tempo for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. But then as soon as the second half comes, the team that's more experienced and has more play on international level, quite often.
Do you know if any of them play like in the EuroLeague with maybe the Wien team or so?
No, none of them played in the EuroLeague.
So we have the white team trying to pass the half of the field and still having a big trouble because the Spaniards, don't let go. And we are now 3 meters away.
They're slowly moving forward
towards
onto the Spanish half here. Yeah, now a Spanish player underneath, starting the fast break, but the forwards are actually of Slovakia are doing quite well here.
Yes.
Getting the balls, getting them back for their own team, passing up and down.
Yeah, there's still too much in the surface. They should go dive deeper. You need to be at the bottom.
Yeah, here the Spanish team now on the advance with 3 players here and 1 player going straight for the basket, and there's nobody up there.
Ooh, that was, I mean, like, my pulse rates up. I mean, as a goalkeeper, like...
Yeah, the goalkeeper just snuck in.
Yes, in the last second. Oh, that's close. The goalkeeper almost blocked its own defender. And wow, no, I was
pushed
next
the ball
to it.
away.
Oh, that's so annoying when something like that happens. Great saving from the Slovakian team. And let's see what the referee said.
Yeah, it was well done here. By
See if we can hear.
Pushed the ball away.
They didn't hear the horn? I mean
it's a timeout call here, I think. Yeah, timeout call here by the Slovakian team.
Timeout. They didn't hear.
Hey, time. Go with your team. Go with your team. You're in a time.
Well, when you're in the tunnel, when you're like.
Yeah, if you're super focused in the game.
Yes. Let's see if we can get some of the Slovakian.
Taken by the coach. The time was taken by the coach there, so.
Anyone that can translate the Slovakian?
I certainly can.
Come on, you live 1 hour away. You don't have excuses, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, so we have now 1-0 for Spain. They achieved it in the first 2-3 minutes, I think.
Yes, it was quite a fast goal here.
Yes, but Slovakia recover and is putting up really a good fight. This is a tight game, and they're playing this classic way that it really looks all the time super dangerous.
Yeah,
but somehow they recover.
I know, like, you always see
I cannot almost comment.
You don't see any defender.
Because you have this image when you're on a game and you see the goalie empty and you see the attacker coming with the ball and you get like.
Yeah.
But they great.
If Spain is not used to this type of play, it might be really difficult for them because
Yes.
they face more pressure than they expect.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get through to the goal, they usually should have an easy time. But until then,
No.
having 4 attackers against
Yeah.
you, it
No.
can be,
And
it can
these
be so
guys,
disturbing.
they're big. I mean, the Slovakian
Yeah.
guys are, again, I mean, they're probably 10 centimeters bigger than the Spanish. They have more range, as you mentioned. So it's going to be interesting. Classic way versus Swedish tactic. It's funny that, you know, it changed. 80%, 90% of the teams plays with the Swedish tactic, with defender and goalie, and it's counted with the hands, with the finger of the hand, how many teams still play the classic way. Most of the new teams don't even know that that exists. Okay. Oh, that looks a bit like a ghost. Is this referee on the other side? Don't get scared.
Yeah, it's a bit blurry down there.
Yeah. We have now the Spaniards coming. We are in the 2 meters line, but the forecheckers of the Slovakian team are doing a great job, and they are blocking and not allowing the Spaniards to arrive. Now we have one underneath the basket, but it got intercepted, and we have 1-on-1, but they lost the ball, and now they are trying to start a counter-attack swim. Yeah, you need to pass. You cannot turn around. You need to keep, push the player aside and continue. Otherwise, those are the situations that make you lose the ball, and you have a counter-attack closer to your half. So we have a counter-attack. 3 Slovakians are
Slovakia
swimming.
going in here against the Spanish basket. Oh, that's very well done here, actually. Nice pass underneath the defender.
Yes. Oh, that's risky.
Oh,
Oh.
that was actually really close there.
Yeah, that was a really good game from a
Well done
Slovakian.
here by Slovakians. Now they have to get back in their own half, though.
Yes.
And
Now they
don't
need
get
to
sloppy
recover.
because, there's the fast break.
Let's see.
Let's
We
hope.
have the goalie
Not
again.
a second time.
No. I mean, it's good. He learns quick. I mean, let's see.
Yet
Oh, the
again,
ball would drop,
second
and the
player.
goalie is still there. It's like
And
a
the
wall,
Spanish
you know.
player
But
covering the entire basket. We'll see if they can bring the ball to the.
But
to
the Slovakian
the
recover,
Slovakians
yeah.
here players recover the
good
ball.
job.
Going back forward. Now back in the middle of the pool, Slovakia recovering the ball here.
Yeah, the World Championships in 2023.
Just reading
I'd like to throw a spanner in the works. I want to run
the
some
comments. We have 350 spectators almost,
makes sense for us.
and now we have the Slovakian team trying to get closer to the basket of the Spanish team. They play a lot in the middle and above. I mean, they need to try to bring the game a bit deeper so that it flows better, right? Otherwise, when you're on the surface, all these attacks, all these, it's a waste of strength, fighting for the ball in the surface.
Sometimes it's a waste of strength, but sometimes if
No,
you need your team to
sometimes
recover,
that's.
and one player is
That's-
keeping the opponents busy.
I'm with
can
you.
actually be a
Or
valid
when you want
tactic.
the last 20 seconds to end,
Yeah.
then you grab that ball, you
Yeah.
don't let it go. But it's happening too many times. Now we are still in the middle of the game,
Ooh,
and that just.
That was a good pass. And
Yep.
is there a goalkeeper there? Or okay.
So now we have.
You're
the
never
next
sure
ma-
if there's somebody back or not.
We have the Spaniards recovering and passing the ball, and now
Oh,
they are
they are moving
arriving.
in again.
Great job.
But well done
They're
here.
now, yes. Wow. I mean,
It's Andres
that's
Scott,
very
Andres Scott here
physical.
on the ball.
Yes. Wow.
He's most likely the strongest player on the team.
The
in general.
20.
No, it's goalkeeper Andre Scott, number 23.
Okay.
He's for sure their strongest player.
Yeah,
And
he's a
quite
heavy
fast
blocking.
and energetic for the size he's got.
Well, I mean, a lot of these huge guys are super flexible and mobile underwater. They're very agile, and they have this, this masse. How you say masse?
The mass?
The mass, and so unstoppable, really.
Yes. Andrew Scott was playing in the Austrian Championship this year. for
Okay.
Vienna.
So he's also experienced.
Yeah.
So we
He's been
have
playing with Vienna for approximately 15
three-
years now.
3 Slovakian guys covering the one Spaniard that had just stole the basket, but it just didn't succeed. Now the Spaniards are 2, almost underneath
there's
the
a call
basket. We
by the
have the
referee.
goalkeeper. That was a close one. What
Yeah,
happened?
there was a call by the referee. And
Okay,
it's a free
that's
throw
free
against
throw, let's see.
Spain.
Falta A favor
It's the
del equipo
4 minute
blanco.
in the first half here.
Okay.
Spain against Slovakia.
Free throw, white team.
Okay, he did it in English and Spanish, so you both understood. They need to start that free throw fast. We have been seeing this all the time. That these teams are a bit less experienced and they cannot profit from the free throw. I think we have to rethink the rules of the free throw. Oh, then you need to educate these new teams how important it is to really train a good tactic. Everyone knows that every position knows what to do. So you actually create an advantage out of it, because right now, I mean, a lot of the teams that were created disadvantages, some of them even got a goal against them. So let's see, now we have the Slovakian coming from the close side. Defender of the Spanish team recovered the ball and is coming towards the middle field, but doesn't have really anyone to pass. And again, they start, lifting up towards the surface when they start fighting for the ball.
The entirety of the game is dragged towards the surface.
That's a good pass.
Oh yeah, that was a good pass to the middle, but
and we have the
done
goalie
here
again
by the attackers, stopping the first move towards the goal. Actually, now the goalkeeper exchange. They should be safe for now here, but I don't want to jinx it.
No, exactly. Shut up, Thomas. If you love the Slovakia, don't say anything.
I love you guys. We want to continue playing with you. Please don't be mad. It was actually really good practice as well for the Viennese players, because we had up to 10 to 12 Slovakian players in Vienna at some point. So all the Viennese players are practicing for the World Championship. Had quite a good training experience throughout the time. And there again, a Spanish player on the basket. Okay.
What happened? They're going up. It's really, I have to say, really, my pulse is all the time up when I see how the way they're defending. It's just amazing to see how that is just a different tactic. We're just not used to it anymore. And it feels almost reckless, but it's not. It's just different. Sometimes I'm like, I cannot even speak because I'm like, cover the basket.
You don't have to cover the basket if you cover every player.
Exactly. It's just all the programming I have in my mind. I cover the basket. So let's see, we're in the surface fighting, getting the Slovakian team got the ball and it's on the corner. Needs to dive in. It's a pity. We should have passed it to the corner.
Don't stand on the step there.
Yeah, that's just
it's a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
And you do it automatically. If you're out of breath and you want to
yep.
recuperate some energy, you just stand up that's there.
And wow, that was a good stone by the
well done here by the Spanish team, yes.
And now it fell.
Snatched the ball away.
So now we have the captain swimming, Maximiliano.
Yet again a one-on-one.
Let's see if he can.
The same motion. Oh, that was well
come
done.
On, Isaac.
Nice pass here.
A ver, oh, come on. It's 3 against 1, finally. Goal for the Spanish team. That was really a good fought
that was really well
goal.
done by the Spanish. Fast break, 2 players underneath the Slovakian goalkeeper. And the Slovakian goalkeeper actually worked.
He did a good job, yes.
Them.
Yeah, it was
Number
3, look, it
5,
was fighting against 3. He didn't know anymore what the ball was.
I think if you had a little bit of help there.
I know, when I'm a goalie and they let me in a situation like this, I want to kill them. Like, what do you think? I mean, it's just so annoying because you are the last man and then you have to live with the goal, even if it was not your fault. But it's, the sensation is not nice.
A goal is always the fault of the entire team.
Exactly, yeah, but you know how it feels.
Yeah.
We can say these nice words, but eventually you feel, you were the last man there. Anyway, so España está jugando un muy buen partido. Los chicos han mejorado, o sea, cada torneo se va viendo el esfuerzo que están poniendo en los entrenamientos. El equipo femenino también. Y nada, están haciendo un muy buen partido. Los chicos de Eslovaquia también están peleándola muy bien. Tienen una forma de jugar diferente. Juegan con la portería abierta. Es la posición clásica del portero, por eso parecería que como que no están defendiendo bien. Sin embargo, juegan con 4 haciéndole
Slovakia going in, last 30
recuperando el
seconds
balón.
here in the game. And they are trying to keep up with the Spanish team. One player underneath the basket. Yet another attack here, but I think the ball went down to. Oh, he's actually just to get it back here. Jakob Lindner being aggressive on
10
the bottom.
seconds.
Oh,
Oh,
you get the ball back.
Oh, it's
Oh,
so risky.
that's actually, that would have been a good scoring opportunity if you went down there. Michael Lindner here having the ball. Okay. Actually, quite a bit of danger here for the Spanish team
Yeah,
in the
that
last
was
couple of
in the
seconds
last
for the
10
game.
seconds. Yep.
So Slovakia giving them a bit of a scare here.
You know who did
So
the
they're not going
second
too
the second
confident.
goal? We couldn't see, right? Who did the second goal?
I
in
didn't
Spanish?
see.
didn't
I
pay
think it was
attention.
a team effort of 3
Yeah.
players putting the ball in together.
So 2-0 for Spain, and we
Yeah,
have
I
now
think
halftime.
that's a fair score for how the game went. I mean, we're having a bit of a heart attack here every now and then,
I
but
know.
it's good so far. No, I think Slovakia is
It's
doing really
good,
well
yeah.
here. Spain is doing really well here. We're seeing a competitive game, which is really nice,
And a tie game, you know.
and a tight game.
We had a lot of games in the last couple of hours where the favorite
Yep.
really scored a lot of goals, and the other team really didn't have much of a chance. But this is good to see that they're tied. The Spanish team is doing a better job. They have more present in the half of the Slovakian team. But the Slovakian team are also doing a great job. They haven't got enough situation of attacking. The one situation that they had, the 1.5,
Yeah.
that one was really close to a score. So they need to see if now in this second half, if they can achieve, more of that. But for
More of
that,
the
they need to
scoring
control the
opportunities.
ball in the middle field a bit better because they are losing the ball. Actually, the Spaniards are very good in recovering, so they need to
Ricardo, yo
improve
tengo
that.
los banderines conmigo.
Hopefully, the Slovakian team doesn't fall apart here in the second half, because if it gets
You
down
think?
to a stamina battle at the end of the day,
Well, but Juseras is still, you still can turn around a 2-0. I mean, in the theory, right? Right now we see that the Spanish team are stronger in experience and stronger in the tactic. So like they take advantage of some situations better than the Slovakia team. But sometimes teams that are winning then are relaxed
Get
like that
sloppy.
little bit,
yeah,
and then that's when the mistake is happen. Like we saw with the German team
yeah.
against
10 scores ahead, and then
and
the
then
Czech team scored on them.
exactly one goal
Just out
and,
of nowhere.
And this is exactly this is
Yeah.
10. They were 10 ahead. This is 2. So 2 is still not
Two is
such a
very
huge
durable
difference.
if you're,
Yes,
playing on
yes,
an
yes.
equal
So we'll
pace here.
see. And from what we've seen, I mean, if the Slovakia tried, and achieved to be under the baskets of the Spanish team like they did it in the first half one or twice, but more often, who knows? I have seen games turn around. I mean, are the exception, but it is possible. So I think that still everything is possible, although we see a tendency for Spain to maybe win this game. We don't say Czechoslovakia, we say Slovakia.
Yeah, I might have made a
Because-
mistake. Yeah,
Okay.
I tried to cover it up by speaking very fast afterwards.
Well, no, I know, but he said, please stop calling them. It's like we have been
Yeah.
saying it many times.
Yeah.
It was just one
It's a very
skip.
Austrian thing to do, actually. I'm sorry.
To say Czechoslovakia instead of
Yeah.
Slovakia. Okay, we apologize, Ali. It was not. We didn't want to upset anyone. It's just we're talking so fast, and
Yeah.
sometimes, the tongue plays a number on us.
How can you know what you say before you hear it?
Yeah, right. How you do that? You have to hear it first.
Yeah. Now we have 1 minute of the halftime break left here. Slovakia trying to recuperate, getting back some breath here. Spain
We have
clearly getting some tactical
see if we
advice
can hear
here
a
from
bit.
the
Let's
coaches.
see.
About covering every aspect of
Rainer Matt actually gets some detailed,
what
some
rights they have,
inside
how
info
they're
here.
to be dealt with, child abuse.
No, they're talking very.
That was just one thing they had to do. Then they wanted a whole heap of statistical information. So
I know. We have the referees talking next to the microphone. We need to kick those guys. So no, we couldn't hear the Spanish. All right, so we're about to start the
Alright.
second half. You see HT, but that should be second. 15. There we have. So, and we go. Let's see. This. Oh, that was a close one.
Is it the water quality or
Great.
is or yeah?
Yeah,
No, the
that's
cameras are fine.
yeah.
The water quality is fine. It should be.
Some cameras it looks like the water quality is not, but it's a little bit. I mean, not as clear as this morning. I have to say, it could be also the lighting.
Yeah.
So let's see. We have the Spaniards already.
Spain already
on
on
the
advance here
wow, that good
onto
pass.
the Slovakian basket, but a defender in place and trying to wriggle the ball out. Ooh, that was the last-minute catch here by Andres Gotcha. Moving forward, pass behind the back here, and now called by the referee.
Let's see.
And it's a free throw for Slovakia here.
Free throw for the whites.
All right, here we go. Oh, that was a little bit too quick. I mean, I didn't see 2 meters there from the Spaniards regarding the ball. Well, let's see. I mean, now Slovakia is coming. They need more presence. I mean, now they're one. That's need one more, 2 more, because the Spaniards are good in defending. It's great to see how much they have developed in the last 10 years. I mean, they have become. I mean, they're so much better. They have trained so hard, and also, you know, in Spain to develop this the sport and have more teams. So and they participate in the 3 Nations League, as much as I know, you know, with Switzerland and Italy. So they have more international. That's beside the nationals in Spain. So these countries that don't have a lot of teams are trying to increase the participations in tournaments so that they can have more experience, because that's you know the only way to get better is competing internationally.
Free throw for Slovakia again.
For the whites.
Yes, the Spanish are trying to improve here and improving over the last years visibly.
I mean, they used to lose for higher numbers, and now you know it's
They're getting closer.
they have and they keep their positions. They are not left. Normally, you would say also the one guy alone fighting, and now you see you know how they continuously have presence underwater. Okay, we are seeing against a team that are at the high. I mean, at the high level of them, probably with another team that is stronger to make more pressure. That's
Ooh,
going to be
nice
more
play here
difficult,
actually by I think it's Oliver Kraus here.
we have 3 on 1.
Well
All
done.
that's
Well,
3
now
on 1 player. That's not good, because you are losing 3 players and then that happened. Then the hold opens up, and then they can have a counter attack. So we are now into the half of the Slovakian team, and the
Andres Gotcha
goalie.
alone on the goal here.
Yeah, that's also the captain, right?
Yeah. And he's usually defender. He just plays goalkeeper because they don't have any more goalkeepers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's.
And he even did it for us in the national championship as well.
What number is he?
Number 23.
23. Andre.
Yeah. Oh, good scoring position here for Spain. And yeah.
Okay. Good
Well
goal.
done here
Great.
by-
That was
well done
also
here
a
by the
good.
Spanish.
I mean, the Spanish have fought for each of those goals. They were all well-earned goals. I mean,
13
great
blue.
job.
Goal. Goal 13 azul.
Oh, thank you, Ali. He or she,
Where's
Ali?
the ball?
It could be both. Saying that just the one only team in the country. So,
Yeah, there's
so
only one
yeah,
team in the country.
fantastic. I mean, really fantastic. If,
Um,
if they have one team in the country and they're playing this
That's basically
way,
the
that's
team
really
from Bratislava. That's it.
yeah. All right, so now we have the Spanish teams recovered, and the only thing that I would say they could improve is like having this always passing the ball underwater and not going to the surface. They have still a lot of moments going to the surface, so we need to be able to keep the ball before going up. But for that,
That's
you
also
need
in
some
some
of your
cases a matter of stamina at the end of the day.
yeah.
if you're playing on up to your limits and you're keeping up with an opponent team, which they're doing at the moment
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
well. There are those moments where pretty much the entire team is trying to recuperate and get back some breath, and then those surface plays happen.
Yep.
And if the other team is does have better conditioning than you, then they will force. Usually, what you do as a stronger team, you force the game downwards into the bottom of the pool.
Yes.
So a team with worse conditioning doesn't get the chance to go to the ball. But
Referee ball.
Referee
right,
ball.
it's the first referee ball here we see
Yeah.
in the World Championship.
And the ball is. Oh no! Yeah, two Spanish. Recover the ball.
Nobody saw the ball until then. A player who exchanged saw the ball first and then got it.
So referee ball.
Referees in this game.
And Spain here back on the attack on the Slovakian basket in a good scoring position here. Yet again. And here Andres Gotia coming down.
Okay. We have the referees for this game. That is, Luis is in the surface, and then we have Manuel and Kaisa are
Como es la
in the pool.
compartida en
Now, but Slovakia
referee.
doesn't break their spirit. They're 3 goals behind, but they're still moving
No,
forward.
pero
They're trying to move on to the Spanish basket here. Now, 3 players of Spain apparently exchanged and now are back, fresh players back in the water. Oh, that was sloppy pass there. Dangerous here to give ball out
Yeah,
like that.
pity, because when you're in position of
Yeah.
the ball in the opponent
Especially
half,
if you're circling the ball. Oh, that's a very critical moment here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
there was an
the
attack on the
goalie
basket
is
apparently.
really caught. I mean, it's like, no, I'm here. Nothing's going to happen. At least this is his body language. We don't know what happened on his head, but
Yeah, the attacker lost the mask, so there was some contact with the mask here.
Okay,
I
didn't
see him now swimming back.
Oh,
nice
okay.
color of ice.
Colombo.
Ay,
Colombo perdió la máscara.
Yeah.
what I
O
went
se
to
la
do.
hicieron perder. Okay, let's see.
Nice ice.
Okay, so
What
what we call here, it's
is?
free throw against Spain.
Okay, let's see now.
Free throw white. Show me the ball.
Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah, he led the ball forward, but there's no referee call. I think he might have
Yeah,
actually
to
been
be
pulling the player
read-
back
yeah.
when he attacked the ball.
Free
He
throw
was
for the
pulling him
white.
backwards.
It has to be redone.
Yeah.
And now we're 3 meters away. Okay, now let's see if they can. Oh, that was a great catch from the captain, Maximiliano, and now
somebody
they're in
back, yeah.
counter-attack, and the goalie barely made it. And those situations are so risky, but good recovery.
Trouble
Now we
here.
have, I think, Camilo trying to.
Oh, was well done by the
attack from the
goalkeeper
back,
there,
yep.
pushing the ball outward. Now giving the defender some time here to get back into position. Now there's surface scrum again. The Spanish player waiting underneath. Yeah. I think they almost certainly try to keep the ball on the surface sometime now.
The Spanish, you
yeah,
mean?
now the Slovakian
Slovakian
players
player.
to recuperate some energy.
You think?
Because
But
they have
I
have physically strong players, so it's actually
I have the
sometimes
feeling
in
that.
their interest that they
But fighting in the surface costs you a lot of strength. I have the
it
feeling.
costs one player a lot of energy
Yeah.
if you do it properly.
Yes,
It's like
that's
the
true.
Russians. The Russians do it all the time. They have one
Yeah,
really
I
strong
know.
player
The
keeping
Italians,
possession
the
of the
Italian
ball.
women tend to do that too.
Yeah, and then they go in with 3 to 4 players. All right, Slovakia here again in the half of Spain, trying to establish themselves on the surface of the German corner. That's not the German corner; it's above the German corner. Oh, and they're going in there. Is it? No, it wasn't the
Oh,
score.
that
It
was,
looked,
no,
it
no,
looked like a
looks,
score,
yeah,
but
from
it's to the
this
side of the basket.
We need a camera from the other side. Built into the pool, I don't know, but we need that to be the next improvement for the next championships. It's
Actually,
difficult.
it's already really nice to have a camera inside of the basket, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what I thought also, a camera that is into the field. So you see the attackers coming. That can be kind of cool. Okay, let's see. We have now the Spaniards, the cover, and still they are not completely into the bottom of the pool. They're fighting a lot in the surface. Yeah, probably either they're tired or they want to hold the ball longer. And they're all looking from above. So now, oh, that was almost a loss. And wow, that was a nice block, but I don't know, it was pushing without the ball, no? Okay, it's not so regardless.
I would like to see the replay here.
Yeah.
Number 5, blue. Goal, and then time for the whites.
He pushed it. He pushed it.
I'm not sure. He pushed himself
Tiempo
away
para el
from the
equipo
wall a
blanco,
bit there
time
and
for the
took
whites.
the goalkeeper
You
with him.
ordered
So
already. You ordered already.
it's a close call,
Are you
to
ready,
be fair,
President?
but
Alejandro Betancourt.
Ya lo habían
Great
pedido.
job. 4-0.
Sorry.
I mean, muy bien para el equipo español. 4-0.
A change.
okay, Slovakia exchanging now.
It's a time. It's bad. No way.
So it's fun to hear chat of the
The
referees.
referees. Yeah, this is inside information. They forget and we get all the talk. The chat, the Spanish community is taking over the chat.
It's always the Spanish community taking over.
Yeah, well, the Spanish
chatty
speaking.
ones.
It's the Colombians in Colombia, the Colombians in Spain, the Colombians in Canada, the Colombians in Australia. Now, of course, you know, they have a lot of native as well, but they
You
are
always
so
see, you always
passionate.
see the
about-
Spanish ones chatting, and then there's like this one German, yay, goal. And then it's
Yeah,
going on with the
exactly.
Spanish chatter.
Yes.
All right, now we're back here. The timeout is over. Slovakia's got the ball. Last thing that happened is Spain scoring the 4-0 against Slovakia. I think could be quite important here for Slovakia to score once against the Spanish team. To have it in the back of your head that you can score against the team here at the World Championship. And it's not like there were chances. They had their opportunities at the Spanish basket. So
yes, but not many.
the
Just a few.
Spain basically had 4 to 5 opportunities, and they scored four times here.
No, they have more.
They had some
opportunity.
more in the first half.
I mean,
But
Spain has been a lot in the much more 70% in the basket, and Slovakia maybe arrived 4 or 5
were they really
times.
scoring opportunities? I'm not sure, because
But
we think it's scoring opportunities because
no,
we
well,
only see the goalkeeper.
no,
but
I know, no, I don't say scoring opportunities. I'm saying they were right there at the basket.
Yeah.
And so they even forced the mistake.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. And eventually became the goals, but they were much more on top of the on the
well
goal.
done here by the goalkeeper,
was,
pushing the
just-
ball away.
Let's
I
see.
think it's holding from Spain here because he pushed the ball forward. Yeah, it's holding from Spain here. White player pushed the ball forward, and Spanish player held him back.
Let's see. We have almost 400 people watching, and we have a free throw. And Slovakia haven't been able to really
no.
have an advantage from the free throws every time.
Now there was a bit of confusion here.
Oh, okay.
well done
Wow,
here.
they lost, and now they're trying to recover.
That must have been
but
Jan Slaček, because that's one
free
of the
throw
typical moves,
for
yeah.
Slovakia again.
Yet again, free throw.
Let's see. They need to show the ball in the surface, okay? And then they have 3 seconds, and they are not supposed to move the one that is executing the free throw. And the rest of the players of the opponent team needs to be 2 meters away. So just for the people that don't know the rules, you know, and are seeing all the things happening, they don't understand what's wrong.
Oh,
Oh, that was
the
that's
foul.
a pity. You know, that's kind of those are the kind of things you can allow yourself in a World Championship because
Yeah. But I
that's
think it
more of
wasn't even a fake pass. He just the
they
ball
pass it.
ripped
It
out of his
fell.
hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Not even sloppy.
He didn't count it, and the Spanish player just grabbing him when he got the ball.
Yeah.
But they are defending, and we have all of the white teams right there in the basket together with the blue. It's difficult to see. Imagine how could we, you know, if we are dreaming, it would be great if all of the players will have like a camera somewhere in the cat, and so we can switch and see the. I mean, not a lot, so because we get dizzy probably, but that would be also a cool.
You really want to have those cameras on the Colombian players? And they're swirling around 24/7.
But it would be interesting.
Yeah. So now back in the surface scrum here. Surely forced.
We have 3 minutes to go, and this I don't think we can turn this game around. As I said at the beginning of the second half time, that everything was possible. Now it's clear victory for Spain. The question here is if Slovakia managed to do at least one score because they're fighting and they have been, you know, arriving to the basket of the Spanish team. So that would be the question. Now, exactly, one
Number
against
78
two,
here.
and he just
Michael
pulled the
Lindner going
goalkeeper
in,
up, and that
was
ball
close.
landed on the hands of Isaac, and let's see now the ball drop, and it's still Spain on.
They're trying to force the same move over and over again, but now a good position here. Yeah,
Oh, that's okay. Another goal. That was really. Didn't want to get into the basket. 2 or 3 times that happened. It was like on one side, on the other side. Number 12.
But it was initially well done by the goalkeeper to keep off the first player, but
Time for the blue team. Time out.
it's time out for blue here
I
now.
didn't see who was the one difficult.
I think it's Esp. It was Esp.
Different to here.
It was Esp.
He's saying, that was Camilo saying, come on guys, you have to be fast. Come. I'm trying, I hope I'm not in the audience, I'm trying to catch some insights because the microphone is next to the Spanish team actually. We should tell him to talk towards the microphone, not with the back to back. Okay. But you know, they're quite confident. Come on, it's 5-0 for them, and there's just I'm sure they just want to keep the 220 at 0. They don't want to have any goal, so they need to concentrate now, and make sure that they keep the possession of the ball. If you have the ball, then nothing can happen. But for that, you need to be alert. And let's see, it's 2 minutes, as you said, after such a tie game. He can be tired and probably just commit a mistake more often toward the end of a game than at the beginning. Let's see. The white team is on the blue basket, and they're trying to come from the close corner. However, they don't seem to have really an attack. They're just trying their odds pretty much. And the Spanish team is good in getting into position for the defense. Now they have 3 Spaniards, have the 1 Slovakian guy, and recover the ball. Now trying to swim towards the center of the pool, and we have one of the players that pass it. I mean, they're doing a good job passing it and continuing swimming. There was a time, you know, when they started playing and Ricardo was still with them, the Spanish tactic that was the Piranhas tactic was normally playing actually like the normal rugby back, you know, because it was so difficult for them to advance without losing the ball. And now, come on, how much they have advanced. I mean, they're swimming and they pass forward and they continue. So it's really great to see the progress on all these teams. And you know, they're having a lot of trouble in Spain because they're not building up pools that are deep enough. They're just building pools that are 2 meters deep. So there are few pools that are still open. They're closing them. So that could be an issue, you know, to keep up the sport in Spain, which would be really, really sad.
It's actually quite interesting. I tried to find out the average age of the Slovakian team because I would probably guess that their team is
We don't have the ages there.
most likely around 40 years old on average.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say.
Well, I would say so, otherwise they wouldn't play classic. I mean, no, really.
I mean, they have some younger players.
Yeah,
that
no,
are
sure,
22,
but
25, they have some older players in there as well. So
we have also still a few German teams in the league that play that, and they were all of the players from 45 to 55. Well,
okay, referee sending everybody back now. Oh, there's a penalty.
Penalty, we miss
Yeah.
it.
There's a penalty for Slovakia,
No.
or is it for Spain?
Ah,
No.
yes.
Yeah.
2 minutes and
Yeah, and there's a penalty for
Yes, you're right.
against
Oh.
Spain.
when did we? I didn't see it.
Now I think about it. It might be André Scotcher who's going to take the penalty.
Okay. Eso es aparte, es diferente.
Esa parte sí. Hay un penalti contra.
Pero los
Compañero.
2 minutos es otra. Esa parte.
27 seconds.
Aparte
the
del
clock, and André
penalti.
Scotcher is here
Son dos
taking the penalty
diferentes.
for Slovakia.
Apparently, there are 2 different faults. There's the one that caused the 2 minutes, and then there's the penalty.
Ah, okay.
This is what the referee was saying in Spain.
Ah, okay.
But we didn't get catch why.
45.
Let's see.
¿Qué? ¿Dónde puede ver el?
Yeah, André Scotcher reminding the referees to set the penalty
You
clock
want to see
here.
the time?
He wants to see the time.
He wants to see the time.
10 penalty light? No, that's wrong.
No, it's 45 seconds now. They put it on the clock. And he's got a
yeah.
penalty time, 2 minutes.
Yeah, but that's the dark, not the light. It was correct before and they
Listos?
changed it. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Let's see who
Let's
is
see.
¿Y dónde
defending.
está? Ah, ya.
Who's the
Let's see.
is it number 1 or is it 7? Ah, that's kicking. He shouldn't be doing that.
He's swirling, but
Horus,
André Scotcher is already
Horus.
underneath him, and he might. Yeah,
Okay, goal
he's quite a
for
strong player.
Slovakia.
You shouldn't underestimate him. And it's André Scotcher
That's
here with
number
the 1 goal for
7.
Slovakia
Number
here.
7 was who was number 7? Can you see it?
Yeah, it was
Great.
number 7 here from Spain, Leonardo Arteaga
Eh,
Velas.
Leonardo Arteaga. Well, I mean,
Now
fair
there's the
enough.
score
Yeah.
for Slovakia here.
5-1. I mean,
It was a good penalty there
it was
by,
yes.
by André Scotcher.
Yeah, I mean the attacker was like
Yeah,
bigger than the defender. That's make it difficult.
it's the choice of the Spanish who they put up on the goal. I mean,
It's wrong in the screen. Time penalty light is wrong. It's the same penalty dark actually, and that's
now
the
the
end
game
of
is
the
over
game.
here. We